Okay, so today is the short story number 20. Focus on where you are going. You must think about where you will go after you get off the train. You must think about where you will go after death. People tend to worry about who to pass their fortune to after they die. What people must focus on instead is where they are going after death. Very short passage. Um, yeah, like I explained a while ago, so Buddhism or Buddhas are embodiment of not just compassion, but also wisdom. And wisdom is the faculty of seeing ahead and to remove the darkness that brings us pain and anxiety and distress. Now, to remove that pain, we need that wisdom. So today's segment it has to do with that kind of strict part of the teaching that because of all the problems with most religions in the world, so many people now don't care about what happens when they die. They don't even care if they die. That's why the suicide rate never goes down, no matter how much science and technology are improving, progressing. And also, yeah, we see in the news day in, day out how little respect people have for the life of others, because they don't regard their own life as sacred or precious. If they don't know what its purpose is, if they haven't discovered the joy of being alive that Buddha talks about. So, yeah, so I know many people don't want to think about this topic, and that's fine, because everybody's mind is at a different point. And however, Buddha is teaching us that we are all going through the cycle of birth and death, without, uh, like one chapter closes, another chapter opens. We cannot have uh, one effect occur from nothing. Like our birth, that was an outcome or an effect. It didn't happen by chance or randomly. It had a cause. The cause always lies before the effect. So, um, in Buddhism, it is taught that we have been born and we have died countless number of times. So this time now we have this blessing of being alive as a human being who is capable, who is probably the only animal who is capable of contemplating their own death and therefore ask, why was I born if I have to die? What is the purpose of my existence? So, because we have this rare opportunity and blessing as a human being to ask this question, Buddha is teaching us that there is a way to exit this cycle of suffering, which he called samsara. Um, yeah, there is a way to exit this cycle of suffering, and that cessation of suffering is called nirvana. Yeah, you're probably familiar with the word nirvana. Yeah, many people tell me there is a band by that name. But yeah, the meaning of it originally from Buddhism, it's the extinguishment of all the sufferings. Yeah. So there is this um, option, if you will, or goal or possibility for each and every one of us as a human being. So the author here is encouraging us to think about where we will go after we die, to ponder that question. And if we only find darkness, like which means we have no clue, I don't know what's going to happen to me when I die. That darkness, even if we think it doesn't matter or who cares, you just have to live your life to the fullest now. Even if we say nice things like that verbally, there is something from the bottom of subconsciousness that does not allow us to be here and now 100%. just like when you're on a train and you're going, don't you think, okay, I'm going to get off in 20 minutes, then I'm going to do that. So it's very natural to think about the next. And however, most people, they just ignore this darkness, not knowing what happens. So then when they die, they just leave it up to whatever. And instead, they worry about who to pass their fortune to after they die. And don't we hear a lot of stories of how siblings get into so much fight, very nasty fights. It really brings out the worst in human beings when they have to fight for their parents' fortune. And so parents, they want to exclude some children, they want to give more assets to this one, favoritism or whoever. And instead, they need to focus on what's going to happen to them, who are they, and what's going to happen to that karmic energy that is flowing right now, that's streaming. What is going to happen to that? Don't you want to have nirvana? I think that's the message that Buddha is encouraging us to ponder, so we can eradicate this darkness of mind once and for all. Okay, very good. So today, yeah, first day of the month of May. Have a wonderful start of the week, start of the month, and take good care. Hope to see you next time. Bye.